Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. First thing I want to say is apologies for yesterday's video. I recorded using my laptop, didn't think the voice was bad, released it, and then last night I watched it again and I thought this is absolutely terrible. So apologies if you watched that one. It wasn't really bad, but you can just hear the voice was not clear, so apologies for that. Today I'm really excited about this video. The video that you're about to watch now is all about dividends and one of my favorite things. But before I get to the video, I want to talk about a couple of things. And the first one is, why have I started this whole portfolio thing? Why am I doing this whole YouTube thing? And the reason is, when I first started, I was looking for people out there who are Sharia, you're doing Sharia compliance side of things, investing in the stock market, giving us enough information to kind of help us. And I couldn't find any. And the ones that I found, I really didn't think they were helpful. Not helpful, not transparent, and so on. So this is why I started this. So I am definitely not a financial advisor. All I'm doing here is sharing my journey. And this is what I mean when I say this. I'd started this trying to hopefully help someone else out there, and I think some of you are appreciate what I'm doing here. Some of you, of course, basically you might not find any help or whatever, and that's absolutely fine. If there's one or two of you out there that are benefiting from what I'm doing here, wallahi al-azim, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so all I need you guys to do is just to kind of be mindful of, I'm definitely not a financial advisor. All the stocks that you see here is basically based on my perception of like what I think about these companies, but my assumptions and what they might do in the future and so on. So you're gonna have to definitely do your own research to figure out what basically these companies do and all of that stuff. But yeah, so today I'm really excited. I'm excited about this video. I'm excited to show you how much dividends I've received, because when I started this whole portfolio thing, there's two ways of course investing in, but there's few ways of investing, right? You can buy real estate or properties in the UK and wherever you live, and you can invest in the stock market. There are other platforms like cryptos and all of that, which I will definitely not recommend at all. But for me, it's always been properties and the stock market. And when I learned more about the stock market, I learned more about dividends, basically investing. And the reason I did that is because I like that income side of things. Okay, it's great when you have stocks that don't pay any dividends and they go to the moon and you can sell it on price appreciation and all of that stuff, which is absolutely amazing. And I've done that before. I've done with Tesla. I've had Tesla shares. I've talked about this before. And just to be transparent, just have a look at this. Okay, realized profits I made over 4,700, closer to 700. Okay. Total dividends I've received so far is over £3,000. I've only put into this account about £69,000. That's my money. The 500 withdrawal was the first time when I started this whole account. I just wanted to make sure that I can take my money out and see how quickly I can take my money out. So my deposit is £69,000. And right now, as you can see here, okay, we're looking at about £79,000. And this is a space of about 3 and something years. Okay, so again, I'm being transparent and honest with you. What you see here is exactly real money and what I'm been receiving and so on. So I just want you to bear in mind all of these things. I'm genuinely being honest with you guys, and I'm not going to hide or sugarcoat anything. If I'm basically losing money, I'll let you know. So dividends for me has always been one thing that 4,700 money, majority of it came from Tesla and other companies that I sold previously. So yes, it's good to have basically these high flyers and so on, but at the same time, I'm going to focus on quality companies that provide, pay dividends, solid businesses that I can actually rely on for the future. So what I want to do today is I want to share with you, I think 14 different companies have paid me dividends. So I want to share that with you, inshallah, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do moving forward, inshallah. So the first company that paid me in the month of September is Visa. I've got 20 shares of Visa, and the company paid me £6.05. Now, Visa is one of those companies that I've had it in my portfolio for a long time. I've added to it not long ago, so now I own 20 shares, and whenever it comes back down to the price that I want, I will definitely be adding to, because this is really a quality business and I want to keep it in the portfolio. Again, I will be doing a portfolio update, so I'll talk about individual stocks, but today we're just going to talk about dividends. Okay, the next company is the one that I started buying recently, and that's AstraZeneca. I owned at the time 21 shares, and they've paid me about £15 for the month of September, which is quite nice. This is still undervalued company, so I'll be buying more of it inshallah in the next few months. The next one is Cummins. This is one of the companies that's been in my portfolio for a while. It has come down quite a bit in the last few weeks, so I will be looking at it again, although I'm not trying not to buy more industrial sector at the moment and add more to the consumer staples and so on. I've actually is coming back down quite a bit recently. Okay, right, so they paid me for $17, 17 shares of this company. It paid me almost at basically £20, which is quite nice again. Next one is one of my favorite companies, J&J. I had at the time 33 shares, £26.77 is basically what they paid me. Again, is one of those solid businesses. I've had it in the portfolio for a long time. I will love to continue. I would love to get to 100 shares of this company in the long run, not in the next few weeks or months, whatever, but in the long run, inshallah, I would love to get to basically 100 shares of this business. Next one is S&P Global. This is one of the companies that basically has come down a little bit. It seems expensive when you look at this stock, but it's a really quality business. So I love basically adding to this company. Only 12 shares. I want to get to 20 inshallah in the long run. £7.38 is basically what they paid me for the month of September for the 12 shares I had at the time. Next one is 3M. 3M is, I had 40 basically stock shares. I still have 40, and they paid me £40.80. Now, this is one of the companies. Now, if you check it on Zoya, it's actually not Sharia compliant. The reason I've always said to you guys, Zoya, the problem I have with them is you're gonna buy high and sell low if you basically rely on Zoya on its own. So that's why when I did the PDF I shared with you guys on the Patreon account, okay, it has other basically Sharia compliant methods that you can use rather than looking at 12 months, because Zoya look at basically two things: the debt levels and the market cap for the 12 months. But with the other companies, what they do is they look at the for 24 months or 36 months. And I prefer that because anything can happen within a year. But anything basically for 2 years and 3 years, that's actually better. And if you, after 3 years, if the stock is whatever, then you can actually sell it. So I'm definitely not selling this for that reason. And it's only 32%, I think, the debt level right now. Remember the cutoff 33%. Okay, for some basically scholars that said about 33%. Some said about 30%. So still under Sharia compliance. So I'm definitely going to keep it. I'm not selling it. I'm going to use the 36 months basically, and I will keep it until I can break even and get out of this stock in the long run, inshallah. The next company we're talking about today is Home Depot. I had 14 shares at the time. They paid me almost £20. This is one of the solid businesses that I absolutely love, and inshallah, if it comes down a little bit again, I will be adding. It seems a bit expensive right now, so I would be waiting for it. Next one is Microsoft. I still have 15 shares. I've had these 15 shares, I think, now over 2 years now. I haven't actually bought more shares of Microsoft for over 2 years now. So I think it's too it feels too expensive when you look at the PE and so on, and it's gone up too much. And again, I bought it when the prices were very cheap, so I'm up over £1,000 something. I don't want to average up when I have a lot of companies that are still down. So for that reason, I'm going to keep this stock. They paid me £7 for the month of September. Next one is Reckitt Benckiser. This is one of the companies that I've been buying basically heavily recently. Only 54 shares. I'm going to get to 100 inshallah soon. I'm going to do exactly what I did with Unilever, buy maybe 1 share every single week and then see how it goes. I really like the business. It's predictable. Every time we go to the shops, that we buy their product and without even thinking about it. £41.30 is basically 7 cents is what they paid. Pence. That is what they paid me for the month of September. The next company is Qualcomm. I've added to Qualcomm recently. I think I now own 40 shares since basically the ex-dividend. Now they paid me almost £20, which is quite nice. The company is still undervalued. I really like the business model. I like the company. I like the fact that they're still working with Apple and so on. So I'm going to continue buying this company. I think the dividend yield is above 2%, which is quite nice. So out of the technology companies that I own right now, this is the one I've been adding to lately. The next one is Rio Tinto. One I really wanted to get to 100 shares, but then I got distracted because I had other companies that were down quite a bit. But I only own 52 shares of this company, and they paid me the highest dividend that I've received so far since I started investing, £71.67. And last time I think they paid me the highest as well. So they had the record before. They still keeping that record, almost to £72 for owning those 52 shares. I'm gonna, like I've always said to you guys, this is a dividend play, and I'm gonna continue buying it to get to 100 shares, inshallah, moving forward. The next company is Public Storage. At the time of ex-dividends, I had 14.5 shares. They paid me £30.56, which is quite nice. Again, another undervalued company. I've been buying it. I think now I might have 15 shares right now. I think I might bought half a share since then, but I will be nibbling. I will be adding to it basically as much as I can. I want to get to maybe 20 to 25 shares in the long run. Let's see how it goes. The next one is Broadcom, another company that has gone up so much in the last 6-7 months. I still have my 7 shares. I want to get to 10, but it seems I can't pull the trigger because I'm basically up like almost 80% of this my overall shares and whatever. So I don't really I want to add to it, but I don't want to average up. That's my only issue with this company. They paid me £22.52 for the month of September. And finally, Union Pacific Corporation, and this company I really like the company. It's gone up since. They paid me £24 for 26.5 shares that I own at the time. I think I still have the same. I want to get to 30 shares of this company and then kind of forget about it, inshallah. But it has gone up a little bit, so I'm waiting for it to come back down. Now the big reveal, so the total amount that I received for the month of September, which is the highest I've ever received, is this: £352.85. That is $430. This is the highest I've ever received in a dividend. And it shows you what you could do. If you watch my previous videos where I was getting 100 to 100, 150, less than 100 or whatever it was, and this month, of course, September is the highest. I mean, I've got loads of great companies that pay excellent dividends like Rio Tinto and so on, paid me for this month. But again, to receive over £350 in dividends, that's closer to basically what I will be getting from my property. So I really like this, and I hope this continues. Okay, of course some months will be down, some months will be up. September is the best one. I think that my next best one is this in December. I'm going to show you that in a second, but this is really wonderful. Okay, and it takes a lot of time and patience. You might be getting right now 85 pence from one of these companies. It doesn't matter, continue buying it. When I started buying Union Pacific, I was probably getting about £1, £2 here and there, and right now I'm getting £24. Okay, per quarter, that is. So in the long run, inshallah, these companies will kind of compound that. Again, every single penny of this money is being reinvested to basically let the compound effect to take place. And this is what I've been doing since I started investing. Every single penny that I received, I put it back into these companies so they can generate more money. So that £352 is now being reinvested and is going to make more money, inshallah. In 10-20 years down the line, this will be way higher than what it is right now, inshallah. And that's the plan. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, don't worry about the fluctuation of the prices and what's happening right now in the stock market. Focus on the long run. Always focus on the long run and what's going to happen. So the dividend calendar for the income calendar for the next few months, as you can see here, that's September now. I think basically I've received all that money, $435. But again, remember, this is not just doesn't even include all the taxes that I have to pay for the US stocks. October, about $80, which is fine. Then November is not a lot. Like I said, December is the next one. And I'm sure December will be way more than that, because between now and December, I will be buying and meeting the ex-dividend for a lot of the companies. And then it's March again, and then June again, and then September again. So those are the 4 months that where I get a lot of basically dividends. So, but I'm going to continue buying quality companies every single month, and inshallah this 2,500 US dollars would become at some point over, I don't know, 5,000 whatever, or double that, triple that in the next few years, inshallah. And that's the plan, and let's see what happens. If you're enjoying this type of content and you like the transparency and you like what we're doing here, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us on the Patreon account. Now the Sharia compliant investing ebook is there, so if you're interested to find out what you could, if you own 3M and you see what you can do with it, okay, go on that basically PDF. You will find a whole section just dedicated to different types of methodologies that's been used by different Sharia compliant basically scholars to explain and different companies, like the S&P Global has one, and the Dow Jones and so on. So you can look at that and you maybe use one of them. Okay, so if you can join us, it will be really helpful, because that's one of the reasons that, you know, one of the things that keeps us going. And as always, I will be doing a whole portfolio update, all the buys and the sales for the month of September in the next couple of days, inshallah. So watch out for that. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu Alaikum.